might need radio to do mine. I done fine, and I take my time. Check and take my tribe. Every level that I crossed in this game, like state lines, it was visionary. Either I'm genius or it's scary. Maybe it's both in this balance I deliver daily. For every in these streets trying to feed the babies. The single mama's working hard not to miss a payment. And dirty money get washed on royalty statements. Black owners in this game are powerful racists. Young in the set just doing it makeshift. Out the garage, it's how you end up in charge. It's how you end up in penthouses, end up in cars. It's how you start off end up a boss. It's how you win the whole thing and lift up with sweat dripping down your face. Cause the mission was last time that I checked. It was 5 chains on my neck. It was no smut on my rap last time that I checked. I was selling in the set. Make $250,000, no sweat last time that I checked. I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress last time that I checked. First you get the money, then respect, then the power and the come next last time that I checked.
I got the front and in the back. We on the way and that's a fact. This real, this ain't rap. Where everybody wanna act pro-black. The last lie you heard, this ain't that. This that, I did. Made it out the gutter. Nip told you the middleman. I told you wearing they clothes, I wear my own. Y'all get on y'all label, I own my own. Hey, Mill, I remember all that game you throw me. Don't round and get played by the label owners. Talk that to these Adrian Broner, but secure the window, don't let the game push you. Cause when it's game over, it's really game over. And all they do is play the game till it's game over. And you be giving game like a big brother mission, never let them take it from us.
Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no smut on my rap last time that I checked. I was selling in the set. Make $250,000, no sweat last time that I checked. I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress last time that I checked. First you get the money, then respect, then the power and come next last time that I checked.
I'm on the east side, I'm on the north side, south to the west, baby, where's your at? I'm coming clean going.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store. As it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Baltimore Ravens. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right to the air goes Nix. They'll go to Franklin here. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
You can really see him work those progressions after the defense took away his first option. And that's easier said than done, especially when you aren't in the flow of the game yet. That's the kind of decision-making they're going to need all game long.
This 2nd and 4. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Here's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets it underneath. Here's Harvey. They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. He's got the first down and more. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. Here's Nix. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. That is first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing Nix. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
They'll go for it. Here's Nitz. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Jalen Hawkins with a pick. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Intercepted. Result of the play is a turnover on down.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 38. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's Jackson to throw.
Throw caught by Flowers.
Pulling a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Here's Jackson.
That's complete. It's the rookie from USC.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process.
The Baltimore Ravens know exactly what they're looking for at every position, and at receiver, they love big-bodied guys. Lane is 6'4" and thrives at winning the ball in the air.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 30-yard line. They run for the first time with Justice Hill. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved up the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's Hill again on 2nd down. Down to the 25. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry. No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third and 5. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Tyler Luke on for the Ravens field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good. Way wide to the left. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the 2nd half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the 1st half.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and what great way to judge a defense. How do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, here's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Nix to the air. Setting up a screen for Harvey. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. To throw is Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 33. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
They have to be a little bit frustrated because this defense is doing almost enough, but not quite enough to get off the field. They force back-to-back 3rd down situations to start the drive, but can't come up with the key play defensively to finish things off.
Now it's Nix. He'll buy some time right. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Nix from the shotgun. That's going to be caught by Waddle. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st down, Denver.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be complete to Harvey. And the Broncos are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
Flushed out right.
Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Jalen Hawkins with a pick. And the Ravens are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Jackson now. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The final shot before break. Jackson.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
And Hill will opt for the touchback.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because remember, it's still...
There he goes, right side.
Inside the 10.
They're all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, 65 yards. And the Ravens will strike first here, this wild card matchup.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. throwing to start the drive. Nix. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Broncos first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
First down, Broncos.
Back to throw now on first down. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Nix looking to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Hill. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. 3rd and 8. To throw is Jackson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan McMillan. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
They'll take over first down and goal to go at the 3-yard line.
They're quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Coleman. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Touchdown, Denver.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. What's good on the extra point? And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Henry up the middle. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Again, it's Henry. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 3rd and 6. Now it's Jackson. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Jackson and the rest of the offense staying put. They will go for it on 4th. Now Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
10 at the 25-yard line.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 41 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry from 10 yards out. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Throwing Nix.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Mike Green. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you got to pay attention to this edge rush on every single down. Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here's Nix. They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up and let it going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
The Broncos send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out 1st down. And that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry.
And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32.
And in a situation like this, you're in the 2nd half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Now a handoff to Henry.
And he has the Ravens 1st down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here.